Hi everybody, it's time for another Leadership Truth, and this week's Leadership Truth is past behavior predicts future behavior. When I was first managing, I remember I used to ask people questions like, what would you do in this situation? Or how would you act if this opportunity came up? And I joined a consultancy where we had a big actual practice on selection, and my boss said to me one day, he said, don't ask those kinds of questions, they're stupid questions. He was great at giving feedback. And he said, what we need to be looking for is what did they do? Because past behavior predicts future behavior. And so I've been fascinated with that, and I have to tell you that in all of my years of interviewing, so this is why we interview with questions like, what did you do in this situation? You get much more of an instructive response, but even watching the candidate through the interview process really tells you how they behave. So how were they with your receptionist? How were they in terms of getting maybe information in on time? How were they at follow-up when you did make them an offer or when you did reach out to schedule an interview? All of those are predictors of how they're going to show up in the workplace. And as somebody who spends a lot of time working with leaders on shifting their behaviors, we all know how hard it is to do that. And our success rate, honestly, it's not that high. Sometimes we can really make a move if it's easy and we're motivated to do it. But if it's something that really goes against type, it's going to be really tough and it's going to be a long haul. So as you think about who you're hiring, think about what are the behaviors you need to look for and what do you need to do to make sure you're getting at that in your interview process. All right, so would be really curious to know from you, question for you this week is, what is the kind of key behavior that you look for when you're hiring somebody onto your team? I would love to hear it. Post it in the comments below, and I look forward to seeing you again next week when we talk about another leadership truth. Check all of our social channels, drops on Tuesdays, and I'll be back here again next Friday. Thanks so much. Have a great week.